Yo, what's going on, everybody? This is your boy, HonchoJay23. You already know what time it is. And it's time. It is motherfucking time for another edition of the Independent Scene, episode number 37. That's what I'm talking about. That's right, episode number 37. Today's show is gonna be a dope show, like all the others have been. I got a dope artist in the building who's gonna be coming through, talking to us, chopping it up with us. You know what I'm saying? Shouts out to my guests already in the building. Shout out to the bro out the box. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, I hope you guys sit back, relax, enjoy this interview, enjoy this show. And after the show, I need y'all to please go and like and comment, show love and all that. And I appreciate it, all right? Much love to y'all. So without further ado, I bring on my man, my homie, the bro, J.Cacao. Let's get him in here. And if I said your name wrong, my fault. You can correct me when you get in here. Cacao. You know, I'm bad with names, but he'll correct me when he get in here.
Yo, what's up, bro? It's Cacao, J.Cacao.
Cacao. What's good with you, Brody?
What's up with you, man? How you feeling?
Man. Coolin', man. I had to come outside real quick. I'm at my homeboy house and shit.
Word. Yeah, I'm in the crib, man.
Oh, hey, look, that's the best place to be right now. You know
Right,
what I mean?
exactly.
But how's everything, man? First off, this is your first time being on live, so
man.
So welcome to being live. Welcome to being on my show, The Independent Scene, episode 37. Episode 37. You know, so I appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? So first things first, we're gonna hop into it. Like I said, because it's your first time, we're gonna want you to introduce yourself, let people know where you're from, how old you are, and we're gonna hop right into it.
How old I am? I ain't about to get my age now, but I'm J.Cacao. I'm J.Cacao. I'm an artist. Born in Cali, LA, California, raised in Ohio. Now I live in North Carolina. So just get into my artistry, man. This was something I definitely didn't see coming. It kind of just fell in my lap, you know what I'm saying, along with kind of everything else in my life. And, you know, I got a lot of good partners around me that like to push me to new heights and elevations and stuff like that. So I'm tapping into my artistry, but I sign, you know what I'm saying? So I know a little sign language because my parents are deaf. Yeah, so, you know, I can turn it on and off pretty much. I'm what's called in the deaf culture, I'm what's called a coda. CODA. Yeah, coda. That stands for child of a deaf adult.
Shout out to my sister give me 1 second. Shout out to my sister Lena Jackson is in the motherfucking building.
What up, superstar?
My sister in the building. What's good? But yeah, go ahead. I had to, you know.
No, you're straight, man. It's all good. People joining in, you know what I'm saying? But
yeah, my sister in the building. I love her. I swear, I love her.
What was I saying? I forgot what I was saying.
You was talking about
codas, yeah. So my parents are deaf, so the label for myself is called a coda. It means child of deaf adult. So all my life I've been signing, and now I'm learning the process of how to interpret music. Before I was signing other people's music, other artists, but now I'm writing my own. And signing my own, things like that. Trying to just bridge the gap, bring everybody together. You know
and you know what? And that's really, that's really interesting and really dope to know because, you know, when I first heard about you through my sister down here, thank you, LJ. You know, she told me a little bit about you, told me what you do, and I was just like, yo, I got to witness this for myself. I got to meet the man behind it. So, you know, I'm definitely glad she connected us. You know, shouts out to her. But yeah, that's interesting, bro, that you can do that. Like, that's truly one of those talents, man, that, you know, I'm pretty sure everybody wish they could have, as they say, you know what I mean?
I mean, it's just one of those things where it's just I was born into it, man. I didn't ask for it, you know what I'm saying? She didn't ask to be born deaf, you know what I'm saying? It was just a situation where that's how it was written, man. That's how he wanted it, you know what I'm saying? And I'm trying to just,
I feel it.
You know, now I'm tapping into that side of me now. I was kind of in denial about it, you know what I'm saying? Some family stuff going on. I kind of shied away from it. But after a while, man, you just realize ain't nothing like family for
True.
And
I agree.
You got to come back to your roots, and this is a part of my culture, man, the deaf culture. I'm not deaf myself, but you know, being the fact that I was raised by deaf parents, man, I'm just as much a part of the culture and the struggle. You know what I'm saying? So now it's just a situation. And even with sign language, period, sign language now is becoming more mainstream in itself. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so,
I'm noticing that a
yeah,
lot. So,
you're seeing it more in movies, games, cartoons, all that. Like, you're seeing it everywhere for real. You know what I mean?
And you know what's crazy? And you know what's crazy, man? Because me myself personally, I've always wanted to learn, but just never ran into the right people that could teach me. But I would definitely love to learn, because I know me myself, I know a few people that are deaf. You know what I'm saying? And I would, you know, I would love to know how to communicate with them versus just, you know, having to either text all the time or having somebody to do it for me. I want to be able to learn how to do it on my own. So you definitely got.
Well, you know, even with me growing up in a deaf household, there's still some things that I didn't know, because the sign language that I learned was based off of my corner of the world. You know what I'm saying? Based off of just what my mom told me. You know what I'm saying? Like, it goes deep for real. Like, it goes real deep. It goes real deep, just in terms of, you know, where it came from, how it started, just different stuff that it branched off into. Like, I'm about to go deep and go into somewhere else, but it was like I was having a conversation with somebody else, and we was talking about just the history of black people. You know what I'm saying? So we all don't know about the slave trade and stuff like that. But the first thing that came to my mind was, well, how did they treat the deaf people? I'm sure there was somebody deaf on the slave ship. So what did they do with them? You know what I'm saying? How did they communicate with them? I'll be thinking about stuff like that. So, but you know, I mean, as far as you wanting to learn, man, you know what I'm saying? I do tutorials. You know what I'm saying?
I definitely, like I said, I definitely want to get into it, because, like I said, you know, this will give me an opportunity to have a new skill on, you know, a new skill on my belt to say, you know, I can, I can do it. You know what I mean? So, but that's what's up. I appreciate you for, you know, let me know that about you. So now I know what's up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's how it all started.
Like I said, if I wouldn't have knew that, I wouldn't have knew that if I wouldn't have been talking to you. So definitely kudos to you, man. You definitely a talented
Hold up.
skill.
Shout out to my homie Bree that just hopped on. And I told her and everybody else associated with her that whenever I had a chance to go live, I would talk about this. So the name Cacao, right? The name Cacao.
Okay.
Long time ago, I was dating this young lady, and when I would go down there, her and a whole bunch of her friends, they would call me either Milk Dud or Cacao, right? So they didn't even know my name for real. They didn't even know my name. They just called me either Milk Dud or Cacao. And they got the name because I guess one of them went down like the grocery store, the candy aisle. And when they was walking down the aisle, they saw the bags of chocolate from like Godiva or whatever. And it's, you know, it says like contains like 90% cacao or whatever. And I guess when they saw the bag, you know what I'm saying, they thought of my skin complexion. So so Cacao was the name given to me, and I just threw the J on it because of my first name or whatever. So that's the story behind J.Cacao and how I got the name.
You know what's crazy? I'm glad you brought it up, because I personally, before they even came out your mouth, I was literally about to ask you where the name came from. So definitely, I appreciate you for elaborating on that. All right, so let's get into these questions real quick.
Don't mind me. I'm gonna be signing every now and then because I noticed we have some deaf followers or deaf people viewing. So if you see my hands go up, just know that I'm signing, so they understand what I'm saying. Because we don't have captions. You know what I'm saying? So you have to have an interpreter if there's deaf people around. So.
All right,
my LB joined the building. What's good, Sam? My LB done joined the building. What's good, Mob?
What's good? All right, so first things first, I want to know, how did you get into music? Like, how did you know music was something that you wanted to do?
That's an interesting question. So growing up in a deaf household, everything's at a higher volume. Everything is high volume. When I was little, I started cussing when I was like 5, 6. You know what I'm saying? Just
okay.
So I have an older brother and an older sister, and they both was heavy into music. Heavy.
Okay.
My sister played Whitney Houston, and my brother always played Wu-Tang, just different groups. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And I was always kind of the poet. You know what I'm saying? I've written a few poems, but it kind of started as far as me jumping into music. Fast forward.
Right.
This is when I was living in the Virginia, Maryland area, the DC area. You know what I'm saying? And I had a job out in DC at this high school, and a guy that ended up becoming one of my really good friends. He was a math teacher there, and I was in the counseling department. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
That's what I went to school for. I have a master's in social work. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So we met there, and then we just clicked. You know what I'm saying? And I found out he knew how to make music. You know what I'm saying? As far as beats and stuff, and I was kind of getting into writing a little bit more, and it kind of just grew from there. He started sending me beats, and then I just started writing more and more, and next you know I got 2 songs out now. So it's like, you know what I'm saying, that's kind of where it led to. My confidence is building with it, because it was never, I don't really have much of a musical background, you know what I'm saying, but I've always had kind of an ear for it. So, you know, everybody that's around me, including my older brother, they're all just kind of helping me cultivate my artistry within myself. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. That's what's up, man. I appreciate you for elaborating on that, because that definitely, definitely is a good way to, kind of learn about the history of it and be able to, tap into it in your own way and create your own lane. So that's definitely what's up. All right, so next thing I want to know is, who would you say is your biggest musical influence right now, and why?
Right now, my biggest musical influence, do they have to be in the industry?
Oh, no, they don't. They don't have to be in the
Honestly, there's 2 people that are my biggest musical influence right now. My older brother, Corey Cardan, he's in there. And the man I was just talking about, the engineer, his name is Nate Sellers. Big homie. Call him the big homie. His name is I Am the Big Homie. Them 2 people are probably the most influential, because they're the ones that they saw what I had before I had it. And they're the ones that's continuing to really push me, like, nah, bro, go ahead and get on this. Do this. You know what I'm saying? They're giving me that advice, and you know what I'm saying? Always putting me to the test. You know what I'm saying? So I'd have to give that honor and that respect to them. You know what I'm saying? Just in terms of the people that cultivated me into where I'm at today. But in terms of people in the industry, right now, you say, I like Travis Scott.
Okay.
I like a lot of Travis Scott. Just a harmonic rapping type of melodic type of deal. Like that's pretty much what the wave is right now. So I've always vibed with his music. I would say him. What's old boy? He was playing it the other day. I know some places. What's his name?
Oh, you talking about Casanova?
Casanova. Yeah, I like Casanova. I like what he's doing. I mean, there's a few people out there. Couple people that a lot of people probably haven't even heard of.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
And it's very rare, because the times that I've asked people this question on this show, I'm always intrigued to hear the responses.
Oh, hold up. What's up, Sign Kid? So that dude, he is a British deaf rapper out of the UK. So make sure you follow him. Sign Kid. He's deaf. Yeah, he's deaf, and he signs. He's from the UK. Yeah. Follow that man.
Well, yeah, I'll definitely tap in with him for sure.
Yeah, get with him, man. Good people. Yeah, good people.
All right. Well, yeah, I'll definitely tap in with. All right, but that's what's up. All right, so next thing I want to know is about how many albums or current singles do you currently have out right now?
I only have 2 singles out right now. Like I said, I'm just really just tapping into my artistry. This is my first live. I've never, you know what I'm saying, done a lot of different things. So I'm really tapping into different stuff. But I have 2 singles out now. The first single I put out is called Blu Juice. It's a song about a drink that my fraternity makes. I'm a part of Phi Beta Sigma Fraternity Incorporated.
Ooh,
Yeah, yeah. So we make our specialty drink is Blu Juice. You know what I'm saying? And I hold Blu Juice so near and dear to my heart that I decided to make a song about it. You know what I'm saying? So go ahead and check that out. The next song that I put out, that's the most recent single, with a guy out in Cali named KuntryKali. The name of the song is called Internet Bullies. So that's the most recent one that I released. It's out. Both of those are out everywhere. Tidal, Spotify, iTunes, YouTube, wherever you got it. You know what I'm saying? Whatever you got as far as whatever you listen to music to. You know what I'm saying? It's available.
All right, cool. Y'all definitely make sure y'all check those out. I know I'm gonna be checking them out because they sound dope as fuck. So I'm gonna definitely, go and show that love and that support for sure. All right, so next thing I want to know, venue wise, You know, what would you say, or do you even have a favorite venue that you ever performed at, or that you ever did, you know, your art at?
At this point, I haven't even performed yet. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I'm at the underground basic level. Like, if it happens to be a situation where a few years from now something happens with this is gonna be the very first interview that took place with that. You know what I'm saying? So
okay, well,
you know
definitely,
what I mean?
I appreciate that. Okay, all right, so moving right along, what's your goals for 2020 for this year? Like, what's number one goal for this year?
For this year,
Yeah,
to put out an EP.
Okay.
We're still in the stages of getting all the songs and everything together with it. The title of it is gonna be called Laminar Flow.
Okay. All
Yeah,
right.
Laminar Flow.
Definitely an interesting title.
Yeah. So, do you know what laminar flow is?
I don't.
So, laminar flow is basically it's a situation where water is so smooth, it's flowing so smooth, you can't tell if it's moving or not. You know what I'm saying? It's moving so fluidly, you can put your fingers through it, and when you touch it, you'll tell it's water. But when you move your hand away, it's moving so streamlined and so smooth, it looks still. You know what I'm saying? So that's where the inspiration behind that came from. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And you know, that's where we're taking it. So.
All right, that's what it is. That's what it is. All right, so for the songs that you have created, where did those songs come from originally, or where did they stem from when you was creating them? Where did they all, you know, say? How did you?
Well, like I said, with the Blu Juice situation, there's a handle, and I'm not sure if you're familiar with them. It's a handle out there called Watch the Yard.
I think I've heard of it, but I've heard of it.
Yeah, and Watch the Yard, they got something called like a jingle contest or something like that, to where different members of fraternities and sororities can write a couple bars talking about saying their organization and put it with a funky beat and do their thing. So, I was like, you know what, I'm gonna go ahead and see what I can do with it. And and I just started peeping what everybody else was talking about. And they was talking about some real stuff, but I wanted to make mine kind of like fun. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, well, ain't nobody talking about, they organizational drinks, so that's what I'm gonna talk about. Okay. And one of my really good homies is an engineer, so he sent me one of his beats, and that's kind of where it took off from. You know what I'm saying? And I make some bomb Blu Juice too, so you know what I'm saying?
Well, definitely, I'm gonna definitely try that too.
Yeah, most definitely.
No, definitely see what you're talking about. All right, so my next question is: when you make those two songs, or make the songs that you make, do you ever feel the need to want to listen back to your own music, or do you feel like you just mainly putting the music out here for just the culture?
I mean, I listen to it so I can critique myself, because I'm my own worst critic. You know what I'm saying? So if I ever am playing my own stuff, it's to figure out ways of what I could have done to make it better, or what I could have changed. Right. Especially because a lot of my stuff is in the raw stages right now. You know what I'm saying? Right. So it's a learning process, and the beautiful thing about it, especially in today's culture, is, you know what I'm saying, ain't nobody performing, and it don't matter, because you can put everything out to, you know what I'm saying, on streaming networks. You know what I'm saying? So, and at some point when everything opens back up, that's the point we're gonna get to. But that's kind of love right now, especially for a guy like me that don't nobody really know about. You know what I'm saying? It's no rush. There's no pressure with that. You know what I'm saying? Right. So, because ain't nobody checking for me for real. You know what I'm saying? Exactly. So that's the situation. So it's.
Right, and I agree, and and like I said, that's why I was going to say, man, that's really how I discovered you, really, because like I said again, my sister in here, Lena Jensen, she was like, "Yo, Jay, there's this dope, cool dude out here on the scene." I was like, "Blah."
That's like, what's up. Shout out to Lena Jackson. I call her superstar. That's superstar. Superstar, right, yeah. So
as I'm sitting here listening to her. As I'm sitting here listening to her, I'm like, hold up, like, bro sound legit as hell. Okay,
I appreciate that. That's a good look right there.
Let me tap in real quick. And so that's what, she sent me your info. I got in touch with you, and here we are today, man. Episode 37. So, hey, bro, I appreciate you for being on show and being this being your first time. Welcome, like I said, welcome to the IG Live, man. You know what I mean?
Appreciate it, man. Most appreciate definitely. The opportunity, man.
For sure. All right, so let me ask you this. So, as an artist, how are you gonna feel whenever the more music that you make? How are you gonna feel knowing that people are gonna be bumping to it and they're gonna be, saying, rapping your, singing your songs and rapping to your lyrics and all that? How's that gonna make you feel as an artist?
I would say it's probably the most humbling thing that an artist can experience, just because, you know, with you taking the time to come up with those phrases and words, depending on what moods you're in and whatever. And just the fact that people can resonate with that, you know what I'm saying, and they're able to repeat what you're saying word for word, that's dope. You know what I'm saying? That's a humbling feeling to have. You know what I'm saying? Very grateful feeling to have. You know what I mean?
Okay. All right. That's
and you also, it makes me feel connected to them. You know what I'm saying? Because it could be any, you don't know who's going through what on any given day, but for whatever reason, whatever I was writing, they was able to resonate and identify with, and it helped them. You know what I'm saying? For that moment, you know what I'm saying? It ain't gonna solve everything, but at least in that moment, they was like, "Damn, you know what I'm talking about," or whatever the case may be. You know what I'm saying? That's gratifying, man, and that's humbling.
Okay. Well, definitely, you know what I'm saying? Definitely humble, being humble and having that humbleness is definitely a key part to, you know, to the success of the music. You know what I'm saying? Because it shows it shows that you're not immature about it. You know what you're doing type shit. So definitely, you know what I'm saying? Definitely keep pressing on with that, bro. I definitely support it 1000%. All right. So you know, you again, you know, with you really starting out, you know, with you know, tapping into your craft. What advice would you give to other young people, other young artists that may be trying to come up in the game? What advice do you have for them that, you know, that can help them to know that, yo, I can do this too, you know what I'm saying, just like he can, you know what I'm saying, if I really want to, I put my mind to
it. Take your time. Understand it's not a race. And grow and develop within yourself. Calm down. just calm down and do your best.
Okay. For those of you that need his advice on what to do, my man just dropped it. I hope y'all got that. I hope y'all noted that down. You know what I mean? All right, so 10-year-old you. What advice would you give 10-year-old you?
What advice would I give my 10-year-old self? Be proud of the mistakes that you've made, because they're gonna make you into the man that you're supposed to be.
Oh, that was deep. I like that. Say that again for people that didn't hear that. You said what?
I don't even remember, but when I say be proud of the mistakes that you make, because it's gonna turn you into the man you're supposed to be.
Wow, that right there, that's deep, bro. Like that was a very deep motivation. The quote right there. You feel me? So,
Word,
yo, what's going on, everybody? This is your boy HonchoJay. Sorry about the technical difficulties, but we are back in the building. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna do this thing. We're gonna get this thing right. You know what I'm saying? This happened last time, but you know what I'm saying? Instagram ain't gonna stop our shine. You know what I mean? So you guys tap back in, and we gonna hop back into the interview. You know what I mean? Let's get it. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna tap back in with my boy. Hold on. There you go. Yeah, your technical difficulties, man. You know what I'm saying?
It's all good, man. That's how it be. It's all good.
Yeah, I can't stand this damn connection. But anyway, man. So where did I leave off with you on the last question? What was I talking about?
Artist. I don't even know. I'll be real. I don't even remember. It was something. What up, superstar?
Okay. All right, so I'm trying. Okay, so I think that so I'm gonna just move on to the next. I can't remember. Oh, routine. We were talking about routine and your mentality.
Like I said, man, I haven't performed yet, man. I'm still on the come up. You know what I'm saying, in terms of the new artist. Like, I'm literally starting fresh. You know what I'm saying, but in terms of going into the studio, you know what I'm saying, when I'm spitting for somebody, it's always an underlying nervousness, man. It's always gonna be, you know what I'm saying, because you showing your soul, you know what I'm saying, to a certain degree. You're showing your creativity with it too, you know what I'm saying. At least that's how I feel with the folks, you know what I'm saying, that I showcase my stuff too. Like, I'm a pretty private person too, for real. So, you know what I mean? But I imagine once it gets to that point, you know what I mean, there's gonna be a lot of nervousness going on with that, especially with it being so new. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So
well,
I'm a growing MC. You know what I'm saying? So
it's that growing MC on the horizon, right?
Yes, sir.
All right, well, cool. All right, so my next question, this may stump you a little bit, but I'm gonna have to throw it out there at all my guests. So So I talk a lot about Mount Rushmore, and we all know or should know who's on Mount Rushmore. Now, if you had to take those 5 presidents off that mountain and put your top 5 favorite artists on that mountain, who would those artists be?
Dead or alive or both?
It can be both.
Both? Pop, number 1. Pop.
Okay.
Always Pop. Number 2, we're gonna go let's go Pac. We're gonna go Hove.
Okay.
Gotta go Hove.
Shout out
He's
to
done
Hov.
a lot.
You know what I mean?
Hove done a lot. He's done a lot for the game.
Right.
This is my Mount Rushmore. You know what I'm saying? Right. People gonna disagree. What I said Pac. I said Hove.
You said Hove.
We gotta go with Andre 3 Stacks.
Oh, automatically.
Yeah, we gotta put 3 Stacks on there.
Most definitely.
And honestly, man, one of my favorite artists growing up was Ludacris, so he's going up on my Mount Rushmore. You know what I'm saying? Luda, that was my dude. I don't care what nobody say. That was my dude.
Yeah, I fuck with Luda.
Yeah, Luda, and we got one more. Oh, Lil Wayne. But like back, you know what I'm saying? The Carter Lil Wayne. Back, you know what I'm saying? That era Lil Wayne. Lil Wayne.
Yeah, Lil Wayne, those are some dope names, because them names out there, they truly revolutionized the music industry, man. So that, you know what I'm saying, dead or alive, you know what I mean? Hey,
word.
They would definitely be iconic, you know what I mean?
Word.
All right, so let me ask you this, man. So when it comes to the landscape of today's music, you know, when you think about, you know, the 60s, you think about the 70s, then you think about the 80s, the 90s, then you had the 2000s, and then you had today's regime of music. Do you feel like the landscape at all has changed? Or do you feel like it's still evolving? Or do you feel like everybody's just pretty much sounding like each other nowadays?
I definitely feel like music is in a stage. It's always in a constant stage of evolution. You know what I'm saying? It's always going to be a situation where it's out with the old in with the new. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like, well, I'm not going to say the problem is. That's just the product of evolution. You know what I'm saying? The way the young is going to want to do shit their way and not the way that, you know what I'm saying? And not the way that they, you know, that the old heads expect them to do it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I'm kind of in between, you know what I'm saying? Just in terms, because I got some new school flavor with me with some old school, with the old school mindset. You feel me? So, you know, what was your original question? I'm sorry. I feel like I was going off somewhere.
I was asking you, you know, about the landscape. How do you feel like it's changed? How do you feel like it's changed?
I mean, it's more. You're seeing more harmonic rap now. You know, back in the day, it was either you rapping or you singing. You know, and if you were singing, you was in the rain with leather vests on in the sand and shit, and you know what I'm saying, screaming your love out to the woman that you cared about. You know what I'm saying? So nowadays, you seeing thugged out R&B singers. You know what I'm saying? That's what you're seeing. It's a combination. That's what's gonna happen with evolution, though. You know what I'm saying? That's just the evolution of music. You know what I'm saying? And now it's the #1 genre in the world. You know what I'm saying? That's gonna happen when you have these different, I guess, these different parts of hip hop that are growing into their own. And you know, especially with what I'm trying to do now, that's gonna be a lane of its own, the signing and rapping. And I'm not saying I'm the first to do it. There's a lot of deaf artists out there. There's a guy out there right now named Definitely Dope, Matt Maxey. You know what I'm saying? He's worked with tons of artists and he's deaf. But that signing raps is that's what he does. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to write my own stuff, produce my own stuff, and sign my own stuff. That I've never seen anybody do before. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So that's what I'm trying to be on. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So, you know, and if you go to my IG, you can see that I've been signing like, you know, other artist stuff. You know what I'm saying? I got T-Pain up there, you know what I'm saying? Different stuff like that. And after a while, you just get tired of it, man. I got tired of hearing other people's stuff. And, you know what I'm saying? I challenged myself. I was like, well, can it be a situation where you can write your own stuff and sign to it? And I'm putting that to the test right now. And that's helping me grow within my artistry. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, well, definitely. I'm gonna definitely, you know what I'm saying, be tapped in a lot more with you because I definitely got some more questions for you. But I'm gonna definitely talk to you about the off, you know what I'm saying, off camera. But yeah, there's definitely some dope shit for real. All right, so next thing I want to ask you is now, if you were to get a call from maybe BET, MTV, or the Grammys, where you think you're going?
If I get a call from who or who?
BET, MTV, or the Grammys, where you going?
BET.
Okay.
BET.
Okay.
Yeah. Why not? Why not?
I mean, because and the reason I ask that is because, like I said, being on the show, I've heard so many different responses, and of course, everybody's quick to say BET, but not really much. You really hear people say, "Oh, they gonna go to the Grammys." I may have had three artists on this show that said the Grammys, but
they don't mess with us though. I'm good on them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm good on them.
Okay.
I mean, it definitely wasn't my first thought. I mean, if they bang my line, I'm be like, oh, all right. You know what I'm saying? Let me talk to my team and let me see what's up. You know what I'm saying? Go turn it down, depending on what they talking about. But, if I had to pick, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm going to go with BET.
Okay. Cool. Definitely shouts out to BET. I'm pretty sure you would probably rock the house at a BET award show.
Most definitely. You know what I'm saying? Because, I mean, just because it's something new, you know what I'm saying? Ain't too many people seeing too many folks out here rapping and signing at the same time. That's not something that you see all the time. You know what I'm saying? So just because of that fact, that's going to, you know what I'm saying? It's going to be a situation where I'm going to have to kill it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Right.
So.
Exactly. And look, my sister right there, she said she picked the Grammys. She was one of the ones that picked it.
Mm-hmm. I can see Superstar at the Grammys though. I can see that. You know what I'm saying? So I can see why she would pick that. I can see that.
Yeah, that right there, that would be a dope thing to see for real. And my last thing I want to know is if he wasn't an artist and you wasn't doing like music and stuff like that, what would you rather be doing with your career or what would your occupation be?
My occupation? I mean, well, my job right now, I work at a juvenile correctional facility. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
That's pretty much my whole career has been working with the kids that don't nobody else want to work with or they're too afraid to work with. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So that's where my passion goes. If not that, then I'd be interpreting for the deaf. I'd be more heavily involved, within the deaf community. I mean, I used to have hoop dreams, you know what I'm saying? So the NBA at some point was a dream of mine too. Play ball in college and stuff, and then, the sweat always gonna dry. You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
But one of those though. One of those things. Most definitely.
Okay. All right, well, you know what I'm saying? Now I've come to the part of the show where I have to ask you, when it comes to, people, not even so much people, but when you have kids and I mean not so much kids, but just kids that that grow up and these kids are watching what they do. I mean, watching what these other artists and entertainers are doing, and they're saying the things like, do you have a limit? Do you feel like you have a limit on the age that kids should be introduced to what is being played now, or do you feel like they're able to listen to it and and you still teach them in a way that they don't have to pretty much go out there and be what the artists are saying?
That boils down to a combination of things. If I heard your correction, if I heard your question correctly, one, the big thing is, you know what I'm saying, in terms of just the household. If it's a situation where, the folks in the house aren't tolerating that, then that's just what it is. But you got to understand, my perspective is very different because I grew up in a household where my parents couldn't hear. So I've been cussing since I was 3, 2.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like it was nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like we still play music in the house. It was random, crazy music. And that probably has helped train my ear too, because we imagine rolling through the hood and moms is banging Bruce Springsteen on thump, you know what I'm saying, or whatever, you know what I'm saying? So we got studio speakers in the crib. My parents, they, just because deaf people can't hear doesn't mean that they can't vibe to music, because their vibration, music speaks to people, you know what I'm saying? So we had these big ass studio speakers in my house, you know what I'm saying, bumping all types of stuff, man, from jazz to all of a wide variety of music growing up, man. Yeah, Black Sabbath, all that, man. Whitney, everybody, man. My moms didn't care who was on, as long as that thing has some thump to it, she banging it, man. And so, that probably helped a lot with just where I'm at musically now too. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. Now we've come to the very part of the show where I allow you to talk about any things that you got going on, any new projects, any new announcements that you want people to be on the lookout for? You know, any new songs that you got coming out that we could be on the lookout for? You know, so I give you this time to let the people know, so that way they know what to be on the lookout for from, you know what I'm saying, from your boy, as I like to say.
Word. Well, right now, I got Blu Juice out, and I got another cut called Internet Bullies out right now. Check those out. They're available everywhere: iTunes, Tidal, Spotify, all that stuff, Amazon. You know, this is for the culture that we're doing it for. Right now, I don't have anything coming out anytime soon. But as soon as we get some more things done internally, we're going to be able to, you know what I'm saying, I'll be able to make the proper announcement with that. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to speak too soon or too early when we still kind of in the underground stages of, you know what I'm saying, getting that next, because that's some next level stuff for me. It's one thing to drop out a single. It's another thing to drop out an EP. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, you know, we just working on some things. Working on some things. So that's pretty much what it is right now. I mean, you can look out for some more signing videos. You know what I'm saying? There might be some on the way that I'm going to be working on. But other than that, man, if you want some ASL lessons, you know what I'm saying? I charge $25 an hour, $15 a half an hour. You know what I mean? Teaching you the basics of ASL. Like to give a shout out to a few people just before I roll. You know what I'm saying? My brother Corey Cardan. Lena Jackson, superstar, you know what I'm saying? Definitely dope. Shaheen, Wawa, T Love, T White, my big homie, Bash, just everybody that, you know what I'm saying, that believes in me and that's really, really pushing me to this next level. You know what I'm saying? We the distinguished gentlemen, TDG.
Most definitely. Now, final thing, when it comes, you know, how now, and this is completely off record, but how have you been handling this pandemic that's been going on? Like, how have you been managing, and how have you been killing time by being locked down the way everybody is?
I'm not locked down. I'm an essential employee, so you know what I'm saying. Unfortunately, there's always gonna be some badass kids, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, there's always going to be the facility that I work at, it's always going to be open 24/7, 365, you know what I'm saying? So, and with my position, if anybody got to be up in there, I got to be up in there, you know what I'm saying? So, I ain't really been chilling. I, you know what I'm saying? I still got to go out. I'm masked up and all that, obviously, you know what I'm saying? There's protocols that we got to follow with different stuff like that, you know what I'm saying? So, I go to work and I come home and I write. And you know what I'm saying, I work, you know what I'm saying? That's pretty much what I do. Just trying to balance that.
Okay, well that's what it is, man. That's what it is. But bro, I appreciate this time. I appreciate you for coming on the show, rocking with me, chopping up with me on episode 37.
Word.
You know what I'm saying? Definitely was dope, you know what I'm saying? Learning some shit about you. And like I said,
I appreciate you having me, man.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna be tapping in with you a lot more, because like I said, now that we're connected, you know what I'm saying? Now that we connected, you know what I'm saying, now I'll be able to, you know what I'm saying, learn some shit, you know what I mean? So
word, I got you, man.
So definitely kudos to you. Definitely kudos to you. Keep doing what you're doing. Keep grinding. You got my full support from HonchoJay. You got the full support of myself.
My man.
You know, and I'm definitely gonna be checking out more of your content, you know, so once you drop it, you know what I mean?
Word. I appreciate it, man. Thanks for having me, man. Like I said, if you know what I'm saying, later down the line, 5 years from now, depending on where I'm at, this the first. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be the first one. And I will never forget that, bro. For real. I will never forget that. So I appreciate you for that.
I appreciate you too, man. Like I said, take care of yourself out there. All right, bro?
All right, bro.
All right, peace out.
Peace out.